Hello everyone, Railgan here, and today I want to show you a ZvT game that I played, and we're going to have a look at how exactly to stop the Hellbat Banshee pushes or Hellion Raven pushes that eventually transform the Hellions into Hellbats and will end up killing you. I've heard from a lot of people that they have some issues with them, so this replay today is going to show how I deal with them by going for a lot of queens. I'm not sure if I'm going to build spines in this game as well. I sometimes build a Bane Nest, though Bane Nest is very useful. So for the opener, I'm going for my standard pool hatch gas opener, as we do every game. As always, if you want the replay is directly below the video in the description for you to download. The opponent is going for 2 Marines, so no Reaper, but it doesn't really matter. 2 Marines into a Hellion switch. My Lings are doing a little bit of damage here, managed to get both of his Marines, so I delay him a little bit here. It's nothing major really. I go for my third hatchery, just droning up at home. This is about the standard amount of damage that you can expect from a game. I lost 150 minerals because I lost the Lynx and the Overlord, and he lost 2 Marines and some mining time, delayed his Hellions just a little bit while he is going for that quick Banshee follow-up. And this is a very common thing to scout. You see the factory, the Hellions, and then usually it's followed up by a starport, not always, but if it's a starport with a tech lab, it's either a Medivac, a Raven, or a Banshee usually. Banshee being the, in my opinion, most common thing. He's kind of delaying his cloak a bit. It's not going to be that important anyways. What I'm doing on my side of the map is at 3:30 I put drones back into the gas. I should have already started the Baning Nest because I am going up against the Hellions, which usually transfer into the Hellbats around the 4-minute 45 mark. Here we go, 4-minute 50, it's a little bit late I think, could have done it a bit quicker. Either way, you can see that I already saturated all my bases and I have no units at all on the map besides queens, and we're going to hold this with queens. So first of all I have to kind of save these workers, right? I'm more or less just A-moving him with my queens. I can make some safety links. Usually what you should do is around like 4 minutes 30 against Hellions, I just built Spore Crawlers. This game I didn't, but we are still going to be fine. So the Banshee is flying around, doing some damage here and there. Cloak is about to finish, I think. I mean, he's getting a couple kills with the Banshees. The Hellions got cleaned up. I still have a lot of queens on the map, and we are kind of even in the worker count right now. Which I guess it's fine. I should be a little bit more ahead, but the problem was really that I did not build spores, so I wasn't ready for the Banshee. Right now all I have to do is drone back up. I have a decent amount of units on the map, so I'm going to be aggressive with the Lynx while leaving some Banelings at home in case more Hellions are coming my way. Now I have a spore per base. I started my lair, my +1/+1 upgrades, putting some pressure on him over here, trying to snipe that tech lab. And over here we still have a Banshee. Then I just double expand because I realized, or rather figured out, that he's most likely not going to do too much pressure on me. I'm trying to lower the HP of the tech lab enough that I can just quickly kill it with the Banelings over there. And then we're getting a couple kills over here. The big thing though is that I delayed his Stimpak by quite a bit. I also have 2 Banelings over here, so I'm just kind of going for these small run-bys. As you can tell, Terran is a little bit worse than me overall. Kind of getting out multitasked. I mean, he's trying to go for damage and harassing me, but after the early worker kills where he got like 10 workers, he didn't really get much more done. And I'm now in complete control of the game. Once my lair finished, I got the Hydra then and the Baning speed upgrade. Hydra speed +2/+2 on the way. 4th hatch done, 5th hatch done, droning up, going for 80 workers, and then we're just going to flood him and kill him. Right now he's going for a cute harassment over here with Widow Mines, getting a decent amount of kills. I do have Spore Crawlers at every base, and I'm still up at 75, 86, 87. 7 workers right now, and make the Hydra then, Lurker then. Over here, important thing in engagements like these is connect with the Widow Mines if you only have a couple Banelings. If you can kill the Widow Mines, and killing the rest of his army is not going to be that hard. I'm not sure why he pushes out without Medivacs here to begin with, but well, you see the result. I guess he kind of figured that he's going to die and more or less gave up. He's going for a very Widow Mine heavy army, but it's not really working out for him, and he's going to get shredded. That was it. Yeah, I mean, what I kind of did early on was I just built a lot of queens to defend. Sometimes I built a spine here and here, but I didn't expect his attack, like the one early on, because I scouted it, but I didn't really react, and we still managed to hold it just fine by building a couple queens. Spore crawlers would have been very important, so I didn't lose everything, so I wouldn't have lost everything to the Raven. But in the end, it is a pretty easy hold right here against the Hellbats. Just have to kite him a bit, send links at him. He also has to micro the Banshee at the same time. And then we go back to mining, clean up the Hellions over here, clean up the Banshee in the main, and we are behind a little bit in workers, but I think we did fine. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!